Art is a diverse range of human activities in creating visual, auditory or performing artifacts, artworks, expressing the author's imaginative, conceptual ideas, or technical skill, intended to be appreciated for their beauty or emotional power. 1-2. Other activities related to the production of works of art include the criticism of art, and the study of the history of art. Principles applied to the elements of design that bring them together into one design. How one applies these principles determines how successful a design. The 7 principles of art. Unity/harmony, balance, scale/proportion, dominance/emphasis, similarity and contrast. The principles of art represent how the artist uses the elements of art to create an effect, and to help convey the artist's intent. The principles of art and design are balance, contrast, emphasis, movement, pattern, rhythm, and unity/variety. The use of these principles can help determine whether a painting is successful, and whether or not the painting is finished. The artist decides what principles of art he or she wants to use in a painting. While an artist might not use all the principles of design in one piece, the principles are intertwined and the use of one will often depend on another. For example, when creating emphasis, the artist might also be using contrast or vice versa. It is generally agreed that a successful painting is unified, while also having some variety created by areas of contrast and emphasis, is visually balanced, and moves the viewer's eye around the composition. Thus it is that one principle of art can influence the effect and impact of another. Balance refers to the visual weight of the elements of the composition. It is a sense that the painting feels stable and feels right. Imbalance causes a feeling of discomfort in the viewer. Balance can be achieved in 3 different ways: symmetry, in which both sides of a composition have the same elements in the same position, as in a mirror image, or the 2 sides of a face. Balance can be achieved in 3 different ways: asymmetry, in which the composition is balanced due to the contrast of any of the elements of art. For example, a large circle on one side of a composition might be balanced by a small square on the other side. Radial symmetry, in which elements are equally spaced around a central point, as in the spokes coming out of the hub of a bicycle tire. Contrast is the difference between elements of art in a composition, such that each element is made stronger in relation to the other. When placed next to each other, contrasting elements command the viewer's attention. Areas of contrast are among the first places that a viewer's eye is drawn. Contrast can be achieved by juxtapositions of any of the elements of art. Negative/positive space is an example of contrast. Complementary colors placed side by side is an example of contrast. Notan is an example of contrast. Emphasis is when the artist creates an area of the composition that is visually dominant and commands the viewer's attention. This is often achieved by contrast. Movement, the result of using the elements of art such that they move the viewer's eye around and within the image. A sense of movement can be created by diagonal or curvy lines, either real or implied, by edges, by the illusion of space, by repetition, by energetic mark making. Pattern is the uniform repetition of any of the elements of art or any combination thereof. Anything can be turned into a pattern through repetition. Some classic patterns are spirals, grids, weaves. A popular drawing practice is Zentangles, in which an abstract or representational outline is divided into different areas, each of which contains a unique pattern. Rhythm is created by movement implied through the repetition of elements of art in a non-uniform but organized way. It is related to rhythm in music. Unlike pattern, which demands consistency, rhythm relies on variety. Unity/variety: you want your painting to feel unified such that all the elements fit together comfortably. Too much unity creates monotony, too much variety creates chaos. You need both. Ideally, you want areas of interest in your composition along with places for your eye to rest. Works cited. The pictures and details are not mine. Thank you for watching. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button to be updated on new lessons online.